Hi there, welcome to Unscripted with me, Grace, from our location that is Takeout Restaurant on Manyani Road in Lavington. Now, our guest today said, and I quote, "Losing my vision was my biggest eye-opener." That is a powerful statement. Let the show begin. Welcome to Unscripted. Welcome to the show. Like I said, today we have quite a conversation. We're about to begin with my guest, Dan. Dan, karibu to Unscripted.
Thank you so much.
Tunashukuru. We appreciate you making the time. Yeah? So before we get into your story, you can tell people at home who you are and why you're here today with us.
Thank you so much for this invitation.
Yeah.
My name is Dan Matakayia.
All right.
I'm a police officer. I'm visually impaired and I'm a survivor of gender-based violence. And I'm here to share my story.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. Let's go back. Let's backtrack a bit. Take us to where you grew up. Tell me a bit about your upbringing and how it was.
Okay, I grew up in a place called Ashinyalo. It's within Kakamega County. I'm the fifth born in a family whereby we are 9 siblings. 7 boys and 2 girls.
Wow.
I'm the fifth born. And then I come from a Christian background, and you know, to do with Christians, all about discipline, prayer, and everything, whereby we are told the values and to work hard for whatever you want to achieve in life.
That's true. When did you join the police force?
I joined the police force in the year 2008, and this was after I had finished my O-levels from 4 in the year 2007, and then 2008 we had been given a new district which was Kakamega East. So this was the first recruitment, so I just went to try my luck. And I remember when I reached the recruitment center, I found there were many people. So I wanted to go back home, but I found some of the guys whom we were with at school, who they encouraged me, let's try it, you know. And then we went down to try it. So I managed to go through the whole process, and then finally I was recruited in the
Kenya
police service. Yeah.
I see. And when did you meet your wife around that time? When did you meet her?
Okay. We went for the training at the Kenya Police College, Kiganjo. That was in August 2008, and then we came out in May 2009. So my first posting was at a police station called Itabwa Police Station, which is within Embu County. So during my work as a police officer, that's when I came across this beautiful lady. Then we got married after 2 years.
I see.
Yeah.
And how was the relationship? Did you have any issues or all was well?
Yeah, all was well. We never had any issue. Of course, in marriage or in relationship, we usually have
You can quarrel every now and then. Yeah.
The normal
disagreements.
Yeah, disagreements.
Yeah.
But we used to manage it. We moved on well, and then in the year 2012, I was transferred from that station.
I see.
To Kisii Central Police Station.
So you had to be apart?
Yes. And then when the transfer came out, we had a kid, and the boy was 2 months. So I couldn't travel with the family to Kisii.
Okay.
And then the other issue, where I was going, I never knew if we have a house for us there.
I see.
You know, within the police we have a problem with housing. So we talked, and she agreed to stay back because he came from that locality.
I see.
So I proceeded on transfer. I settled, and then I called her to Kisii. She came, but luckily enough, she had a job at Mwea, and then we agreed she went back to start working. So I used to travel like every weekend or after 2 weeks. I used to travel to Mwea to see now the family.
I see.
Until now, that was 2013. So in May 2013, the baby was sick. The kid was sick, so he was admitted at Kerugoya District Hospital.
What was wrong with him?
Yeah, he had been diagnosed with severe pneumonia and meningitis.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we lost the kid.
Sorry.
He was 9 months old.
Oh.
So 2 weeks after the burial, my ex-wife came to me and told me that she had been advised that we need to have another kid, so that maybe she may heal from those memories, from the loss. But to me, I wasn't comfortable with that decision, because I had seen some red flags.
Okay.
I had seen some
like
red
what?
flags. Yeah, because I felt
in the relationship.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, because I felt that, we were young, so I felt that someone was trying to intrude into our marriage and trying to influence the decisions that we are making.
You didn't like that?
Yeah, I didn't like it. So I told her, we sat down, I told her that, of course, it may be a good decision, a good advice, but let's hold on, so that somebody may not feel that he or she is controlling our marriage, So we talked and we agreed, and we moved on. So she left her work, and then she went to Nakuru to run the family business.
I feel like the loss of your child sort of affected your marriage, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, it affected us. Yeah.
That's when the changes started to happen, right?
Yes. But at least I had seen some, as I have told you, some red flags. Yeah. Like people trying to influence decisions, and people trying to control us, our marriage.
I see.
Yeah.
So what happened now when you told her, we're not going to rush into this? What happened?
Yes, so we discussed and we agreed. So she went to Nakuru. To me, I was in Kisii. So to me, I felt that it was a sigh of relief, because traveling from Nakuru to Kisii is nearer as compared to Kisii and Mwea.
Okay.
So I used to travel to Nakuru every weekend, and then we used to alternate. She comes to Kisii, I go to Nakuru. Then one day she came, as usual, one weekend, and then she stayed for 2 weeks. And within these 2 weeks, we had a quarrel.
Okay, what about?
She told me that she wanted to take the kids' belongings with her to Nakuru.
Okay.
And to me, I refused.
Why?
I refused because I felt that it was shameful, like my colleagues seeing her carrying all those items with her to Nakuru.
Okay.
To me, I felt uncomfortable. And then the other thing, I felt that, I can say we're not fully healed from that loss.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we all grieve differently. Maybe she wanted some pieces of him with her.
And to me, I thought maybe seeing those clothes, she may not heal. Yeah. To me, I felt that maybe let those items remain here so that she may heal from the loss. So we had a disagreement, and then as we were having the disagreement, she kept quiet. She was not such a lady who could talk her heart out. So whenever we had a disagreement, she used to keep quiet. So I reached to her mom, and I told her what was happening. So she called her to Embu.
Okay.
So 2 days before the incident, that's when I talked to her mom, and then she called her to Embu. So on 21st September 2013, it was on a Saturday.
Okay.
On Friday, 20th, I was on duty. I was on night shift. So
back in Kisii.
Yes, in Kisii.
Yeah.
So I came to the house at around 5:30 in the morning. I was so tired, so I just went direct to the bed to sleep. She was in the house. So a few minutes later, as I was sleeping, she woke up and poured sulphuric acid on my face. Wow. And ran away. So when I came out of the bed to try and get some water to reduce the burning, I stepped on the floor, I felt a shock.
Okay.
She had gone further and connected electricity, the heater that we used to kuchemsha maji.
Yeah.
So, and poured water on the floor
and
leave it there. So when I felt the shock, during that confusion, I couldn't do anything. I just screamed and my colleagues came for my rescue. They took me out of the house and rushed me to the nearest hospital. Yeah.
In that moment, what's going through it? Do you understand what's happening? Did you even know what she had poured on you? What's going through your mind as all this is happening, Dan?
I never knew that she was planning such a cruel
You didn't see it coming at all?
I never saw it. I never saw it coming. Honestly, I never saw it. I never saw it. So I was rushed to the hospital. They did the first aid. I started seeing. I walked to the ward because I was admitted. But the pain was so severe. So the pain was so severe. I was given some painkillers, but the pain was so severe. So I slept. At that time, by the time I was sleeping, I was seeing. So when I woke up, I realized that I couldn't see anything.
So before you could?
Yeah. Immediately after the first aid, I walked to the ward.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I slept. When I woke up, I couldn't see anything.
Really?
So
what happened?
I think the acid was still burning.
The severity was intense.
Yeah, no one knew it was acid. And no one knew it was acid at that time.
Wow.
So,
I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah. So 2 days later, I was transferred to Kakamega Level 5 Hospital. And then I stayed there for 2 days. And then I was airlifted to Kenyatta National Hospital.
Let's take a short break, Dan. We'll be right back. Stay right there. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now, Dan, before the break, you just recounted how you got to where you are today. But when it happened, why do you think she did that? Did you ask yourself, what questions did you ask yourself in that moment?
Yeah, of course I asked myself, why
this far?
This to me? But there was no answer.
Nothing could justify it. Yeah.
But one day,
I
met her in court.
Oh, you went to court?
Yeah, because when she did this, she ran away.
Yeah.
But 2 days later, she surrendered to the police.
Oh, she did? Herself?
Yeah.
What did she say?
She couldn't say anything. She was charged with attempted murder. But later she was released on bail, on bond.
So when you saw her in court, did you have a minute to ask her why? Did you get to speak to her?
Yes. When I went for the court hearing, I talked to her. I asked her why she did this to me. And she told me that alidanganya. That's the exact word she told me.
What does that even mean? Alidanganya na nani?
Alidanganya.
Vipi?
Sijui. So I asked her who nani alimdanganya. But she felt the pain. At that time, angeongea. She couldn't even talk. And then the people I was with were getting emotional. Yeah, they were getting emotional.
On your behalf?
Everyone was painful.
Of course.
Yeah, so we just left it at that.
Have you forgiven her?
Yes, but it was a process. Yeah, it was a process. Having gone through the pain, I reached a point where I just prayed and let it go.
You had to, right?
Yeah, I had to, because that is the only way I could get to where I am now.
The only way you could heal.
Yes, that's
internally.
the only way. Yeah, yeah, because it was hurting me more than her where she was.
Really?
Because thinking of revenge, maybe someone is moving on with her life comfortably, and me, I'm thinking of revenge. So I realized that I'm hurting myself. So the only thing I did was to pray and just to forgive. Yeah, and to let it go. Because sometimes, you know, we usually carry people in our heart, and then it affects us more than it affects them, you know. Yeah.
You even get sick.
Yeah, yes, you get sick. No, sleepless nights. Yeah. But the moment I just forgave her, I realized there was a lot of change, because that's when I felt that I was healing, you know. Yeah, the pain, and even psychologically, mentally, I felt that I was comfortable, even sharing my story.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Thank you for highlighting that. When you get to your point of healing, then you can be of help to others by sharing your story.
Yes.
But take us back. Take us to here you are. It's happened.
Yeah. So
the doctors are trying to treat you.
Yes.
When the doctor told you, Dan, you will not see again?
Yeah.
How was that moment?
Yeah. While at KNH, Kenyatta, you know, that's where I received a comprehensive treatment. Surgery after surgery after surgery.
How many?
So far, I've undergone over 15 surgeries.
What?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So, and you know, while at the burns unit, my only prayer was for the restoration of my sight.
I see. Throughout the process?
Throughout the process.
Wow.
So, the doctors were trying to deal with the wounds, the open wounds.
You just wanted your sight back?
I just wanted the sight back. So I was transferred from the burns unit to now the general ward, the private wing, ward number 9B. So at that ward, that's when the doctor told me now they want to check on my eyes. I was so happy. Because I felt that was the moment maybe I could see again. But after some tests, after scans, the doctor told me that, Dan, we are sorry, you won't see again.
When you heard that news, how did you feel?
It was so devastating, and to me, I felt that was the end of me.
Yeah? Yeah,
I felt that now that was the end of me. Because all through I've been praying for the restoration. But now the doctor is telling me, you won't see again. So what came into my mind was now, since my life has come to an end, I started contemplating suicide while at the hospital. And then, you know, my bed was next to the window. And that window had no grill. So
you thought of jumping?
Yes. So what came into my mind was to throw myself through the window, so that by the time I reached the ground, I'll have gone. But something started clicking in my mind.
What?
What if? Yeah, that question came into my mind. What if you throw yourself? Then maybe there's a roof next to that window. What damage will you have caused yourself? You will not have accomplished that mission.
Yeah.
So I sat down and started figuring out what is the best way to do it. Because at that time I felt I'm not worth living, you know. And then this one day we are having just a conversation with another patient at around 2 a.m. So this guy told me, Dan, I wish I could be you.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
So to me, I felt that maybe this guy has gone crazy, you know, because at this time I'm contemplating
You've given
suicide.
up, yeah. And did he know that? No.
Yeah.
Did he know you were contemplating suicide?
No,
he didn't
no one
know.
knew. But
That
this
was
guy
God,
is
yeah.
wishing
To be you.
to be me.
And why? Did you figure out why?
So yeah, I went on and asked him, why are you saying so?
Yeah.
He was so honest, and he told me, Dan, to be honest, I know you'll come out of this hospital alive. Yeah, you may have lost your side, your identity, but one thing I can assure you, you'll come out of this hospital alive.
Amen.
And to me at that time, I just wanted someone to tell me such words. Someone who is not a family member, because maybe they will be cheating on me. Someone who is not a close friend. I just wanted a stranger to tell me those positive words, just to encourage me. And to me, I usually say, God sent
That's how
this
God,
guy.
that was your angel in that moment.
Yes, and that was my turning point.
I see.
And this guy had been diagnosed with leukemia. So he
wasn't sure if he'd see.
No, he had been treated in India and then referred back for home management. So he knew he's just waiting for the death. Yeah. So he was wishing to be me.
Imagine.
So
and
that
you didn't want to be you.
Living.
Imagine.
Yeah. So I just prayed so that God may get me out of that hospital. Yeah. Because that environment was not conducive to me. Because you wake up in the morning, people are crying, they have lost their loved ones. So
it was discouraging.
Yeah, it was discouraging. It was. I was so depressed. And then, so I talked to the doctors. They saw what I was going through, what I was struggling with. They brought a counselor.
Oh, good.
Who counseled me and then who recommended me to be discharged.
Really?
Yeah. So I was discharged in a fair condition. That was 2014 in February.
So let's take a break there. When you come back, you can tell us how life was with your new reality, going back home, the new Dan. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Now, Dan, here you are. You've been discharged. It's time to go home. How was life in your new condition?
Remember, I was discharged just in a fair condition because of the environment.
Okay.
Then I was given a nurse who used to attend to me at home.
Got it.
And he attended to me for 8 months.
Wow.
And then after that, I was also admitted to Nairobi West Hospital.
How come?
Where I underwent 3 surgeries.
Okay.
And then I was also discharged in December 2014.
Did you have a support system with you at home, or is it just you and the nurse?
No, I had people who were supporting me. I was staying with my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had all the support.
Good.
And then in the year 2015, I was also admitted to Kenyatta National Hospital.
What happened?
Because I have a blocked nostril, the right nostril. So at Nairobi West Hospital, they did a surgery which was not successful. So I was readmitted at KNHF, Kenyatta National Hospital, for another surgery to see if they can open the nose. So they did the surgery, but it wasn't successful. The surgery was not successful. So after that, I was referred to the Kenya side for the blind, for rehabilitation. Yeah. So that's where I went to start now the new life.
And how was that? Tell us about that experience.
It was not easy because now you are seeing, now you are not seeing.
I tell you.
You used to do everything for yourself. Now you
knew where everything was, you knew what to do, but now you have to relearn everything.
To rely on other people. So I went for rehabilitation. I was taught Braille, that's how to read and write with fingers. Yes. And then I was told a computer. Now this computer has been installed with a software which reads what is on the screen.
I see.
And then daily living skills, how you can cook, wash, you can do the basic things.
And you can do that for yourself now?
Yes, I can do it. I do it, everything. So then we also learned mobility. That's how you can maneuver yourself, how you can walk around, and how to use a white cane.
How long was that rehabilitation
It took
for?
me 6 months.
6 months?
Yes, 6 months. I was through with everything.
What did you find most difficult to adjust to or to learn again?
Braille.
I see. That was difficult?
Yeah, it was difficult, but I managed it.
Thank God.
Yeah, I managed it. So after that, I went back to work.
Look at that.
Yes.
You went back to the police force?
Yes.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was transferred from Kisi Central to Industrial Police Station.
I see.
So I was deployed back to do now office work.
And how was it going back to work? Your office taking you? Yeah.
To me, I felt happy because I felt now I am going to do my work, to meet people, to talk. You know, when you lose sight, you talk a lot. Yeah, you talk a lot. So I knew I'll go and talk to people, still do my work, because initially I was doing investigation.
Okay.
And then after that, I went back to school.
You did?
Yes.
What did you go to study?
I went to study counseling psychology. Yeah. Yeah, initially I was doing forensic science. Then I had to change because now I cannot see. I went for counseling psychology because to me I wanted healing. Yeah. And I knew that course will help me to heal totally, in totality. Okay. And then at that time, people were also reaching out to me.
I see.
From the hospital, come and talk to this patient. They have given up. Then other families come and talk to this, come and talk to my son, just to see what happened to you. Yeah. So
you wanted to have the skill to be able to do that.
Yeah. So I knew maybe I may mislead someone. So I decided to do this course.
Well done.
To get the skills to also help other people.
God bless you.
Yeah. So I enrolled and I did and I finished it. Yeah.
What has this experience taught you about life and yourself?
You know, initially I used to see life casually. I used to take life casually, but I realized that when you sleep and you wake up in the morning.
Thank God.
Don't take it for granted. Yeah, never take it for granted. Because many people are suffering in the hospitals, many people are suffering, and you are there, you are complaining. Never complain. God has given you everything. You have the ability, you have the brain. Never complain. Yeah. And then to me, I felt that losing sight, it was an eye-opener to me.
Really? I like that.
Yeah, losing sight was an eye-opener because it opened me to the world of opportunities. Yeah. I have met many people. I've talked to many people. It has opened many avenues for me. Yeah. And then I can say there's a lot of opportunities. I've traveled out of this country. I went to US in the year 2019 for a surgery. And you know, this came, there's an organization, it's called Face Forward International, which was sponsoring my surgery. And I came to know about this organization during my rehabilitation. You know, I used to listen to BBC. Yeah. So there's a program, it was called Outlook. That program is where people share their stories. So I used to wake up at 3 a.m. just to listen to that program. Then one day, there was a lady who was sharing. She's an acid burn survivor, so she was sharing. So I was so curious. So the following day, I wrote to BBC. So I wanted to get the contact of that lady. She's from India. So they replied. They sent me her website. So I went there. I picked her email. I wrote to her. So we started having a conversation. And then that lady connected me to another acid burn survivor from Uganda.
You wanted to just relate to them, hear their story, or what did you want?
Yeah, I just wanted to speak to somebody
Who understands?
Yeah, who understands.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
who has gone through what I'm going through.
Got it.
Yeah, so she connected me to another lady from Uganda who is based in US.
Okay.
So we started chatting, and then this lady told me, Dan, I want to give you some contacts. You try your luck.
Okay.
There's this organization which is doing this and this. Just write to them, explain, and then maybe they can sponsor you. So I started writing to the Face Forward International, and then in the year 2019, they sponsored me for a surgery.
I see.
So I traveled to California.
Nice.
They did the first surgery.
Yeah.
They told me I'll undergo a minimum of 6 surgeries.
Wow.
For that nostril to be opened.
I see.
So
they were successful.
Yeah, no, they did the first surgery.
Yeah.
They are doing it procedurally.
Okay. You're still doing it?
Yes, yes. So I went for the first surgery. I was supposed to go back in the year 2020, but due to the corona, sikuenda.
Okay.
Then when I went to US, they had an event. They had a gala. So that gala is when I met many people, many celebrities.
Really? Who did you meet?
Yeah.
Who did you meet?
I met the Jacksons. I met many actors, many actresses, the Fox president.
Okay.
So I met many people. We exchanged contacts.
Okay, that's nice.
And yeah, to me it was a great opportunity for me.
That's true.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for me.
Very humbling.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying losing sight was an eye-opener.
Has opened doors you never would have imagined.
Yeah.
Now you've gone a step further and you've started a foundation. Tell us about that as we finish.
Yeah, I realized that, you know, gender-based violence is happening and is there. But, you know, men have been labeled as perpetrators, but men are also victims. Yeah, men are also victims, but the society has labeled us as perpetrators. So when a man comes out and talks about how he's being abused, there's a lot of stigma. He's being stigmatized, and then I fear even coming out to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I realized that having gone through this pain, I can inspire my fellow men to come out and share what they are experiencing in marriage or in relationships. That's where I registered Dan Matakayia Foundation.
I see.
Just to create that safe space.
Good.
Safe space whereby these people
they can reach out to you.
Can come and share freely. They can talk freely. Because I believe once you share, sharing is healing. Yeah?
That's true.
Once you
the
share,
journey of healing.
You get some healing through sharing. So that's why we have a toll-free number, 1198, and we have a pool of professional counselors who are there ready 24 hours to listen and to help these individuals. And our main objective is just to have a society free from violence.
Thank you.
And from the time we started this toll-free number, that was in the year 2020, June 2020, we have so far received over 10,000 calls. Yeah.
From men who experience violence?
From men and even
women are reaching out.
Even women are reaching out.
Okay.
But we can't exclude them.
Of course.
Because we understand they are also facing violence.
So you support them by having counselors to give them a listening ear?
Yes.
And advise them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Through counseling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As we finish, Dan, what would you like to be remembered for?
To me, I think going through this pain, God allowed me to go through this pain, maybe to help other people who are facing the same. To me, I want to fight and to make sure we have a gender-based violence-free society. I want to make sure that men men are willing to come out and to freely share, to talk about violence,
Okay.
and to also educate men not to provoke, because many a times, you know, men usually provoke violence because that's the only way they understand things.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they have been groomed. But we want to do things in a different way, because even these women, they are our sisters, they are our mothers. We need to have a conversation whereby whenever we have challenges within our marriage, within our family, we can solve those challenges in a proper way. Yeah, not necessarily going into violence, not necessarily going to physical. We can just talk, we can share, we can solve these challenges. What we can't, we can reach out and get people to come and help us, because we are human beings, we are not perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
From our side, we just wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Full recovery as you continue with the surgeries.
Yeah.
And yeah, for God to just give you His grace and to open even more doors for you. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
And even the other thing,
Okay.
as the Matakayia Foundation, we want to build a safe center whereby, you know, currently we have 42 safe centers, whereby rescue centers, so to say, and they are all for women and children. But we don't have anyone for men, any rescue center for men. So our aim is also to build a rescue center whereby we can have these men, we can accommodate them, even children.
Okay.
We can train them and
just help them on the road to
help
rehabilitation.
them. Yeah. That's the biggest thing that we want to do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll be looking out for what you're up to.
Thank you so much.
Tunashukuru sana. I hope you've been inspired at home. I know I have. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Yeah, that was quite something. Until next week, thank you so much, Takeout, on Manyani Road in Lavington, for hosting us. Remember, guys, be kind and let's love each other. Take care of yourselves. Good night and God bless.